Hey everybody, this is James at Rattlesnake Defense. Today we're going to talk about holsters. Now in front of me I got several examples of holsters, a few guns to show you how the holsters work. But the main thing is we're going to go over how to pick out a holster and some of the options and some of the stuff you may not know about in the process. So let me start off with saying that I've worked retail for a long time. A lot of people will come in my store and they'll bring a handgun in and they'll say, what holster do you have to fit this handgun? And I really think this is the wrong attitude to have. The first thing you need to ask yourself is, where do you want to put the handgun and what's going to be the most comfortable? Because if it's not comfortable, you're not going to carry it. Something else to consider too is different handguns and different holster types and materials react differently to the finish. Some of these Kydex holsters are a little harder on the finish of the handguns than the softer leather holsters, but there does seem to be a real correlation between which holster lasts the longest and which one is made out of the stronger material that may be hard on your gun. Personally, my carry gun, if it gets a little bit of holster wear, that's not a problem for me. That's par for the course. So let's start out with your basic entry-level holster. You can pick these up at most sporting goods stores, $10 to $20. This is a nylon holster. It has the metal clip that clips outside to your belt. It also has a thing right here for your belt loop, basic snap retention system, and this is probably what we sell the most of, but I wouldn't consider this to be really good for everyday carry. So it doesn't hold the gun very well. With a single clip, it just doesn't keep the gun on the outside of your pants very stable. So usually you'd want something a little more sturdy. Another option, you have these holsters here are for inside the pants. For example, this is just a little J-frame 38 revolver holster. Very simple. It's got the metal clip. Now this clip goes on the outside of the pants and the holster goes on the inside, so this sits down here like this. These are also relatively cheap, $12, $15. These can be pretty comfortable. This is something I've used as a backup or in a pinch, or if I'm using a different gun or something of that nature. So don't look down at that. Also, you have, this is another type of this is a Bulldog nylon holster. Now this has a plastic clip. I'm not too keen on that, but this is more for like a full-size semi-auto. You can just slide the gun in. It covers up this much of the gun on this side, so it keeps a lot of the gun away from a little bit. These are pretty sturdy. Most of it goes inside the pants with the clip going on the outside. You can pick these up, again, pretty cheap, $15, give or take. Also, you have sticky holsters. Now, these are really interesting. It's got a very tacky material that actually sticks to your pants. These can slide inside your pants, inside your belt, or inside your pants. And what's interesting is with that clip, you can carry on the right, you can carry on the left, you could appendix carry with this, you could carry small at the back. I could turn it around any way I want. These are generally very comfortable. They're a little pricier, usually about $30. They make a lot of these to fit a lot of different kinds of guns. So this is something I've also used some. My only issue is with these holsters is they do wear if you carry all day. Eventually the surface will come off and you'll have to replace it. Also, inside the pocket carry, this is very straightforward. You slide the gun in this. This goes in the pocket. This is to keep the gun oriented in such a way that when you reach down, you'll grab the handle and not the barrel, and give you some protection for the trigger and the mechanisms and everything. So I've carried a little 380s, little North American Arms 22s in these a lot. That's also an option. Also, for inside the pants, you have leather. Now this is probably one of my favorites. It has a metal clip that goes on the outside. You have the soft leather material against your body. It covers up a lot. This keeps close to your body. These last a really long time. They're very rugged. It's generally pretty easy on your gun, and once these get broken, they tend to be very comfortable. Now, the last one we're going to talk about as far as inside the pants goes is Codex. These are cheap. A lot of guns even come with these now. This one's for a SIG 365. My only problem with this stuff is that it tends to, I'm a bigger guy, so this thing pushing against my body all day tends to be a little uncomfortable. So this isn't one of my favorites. Now as far as outside the pants goes, we have a leather holster here. This is for Beretta 92. Your belt loop goes through here. This goes on the outside as such. It has a brass clip for retention. Form fitted. You can get these for a lot of different guns. There's a lot of manufacturers of these kinds of holsters. Different kind of materials, different sizes. So, this is a really good option for just outside the waistband if you have a overshirt or something to cover it up. It's not the best option for deep conceal. We also have several options here of Kydex paddle holsters. Now, I think these are very comfortable. The gun locks in. A lot of these have different types of retention systems and whatnot, ways that lock the pistol in. So if you're going four-wheeler riding or on your side-by-side or something like that, and you want your pistol, you're not concerned about covering it up, but you want to make sure you don't lose it. These are always a good option. This one here has a thumb retention release. I have a Black Hawk Serpa here. This has a index finger release. The paddle part goes on the inside, the gun sticks on the outside. It's a very stable platform, and the gun won't come out until you press the button on the outside. So these vary in price depending on what you get, anywhere from $20, $30 to $50, $60, $70. Another interesting one I want to show you is this is more of a duty holster. This is a Black Hawk. Now this has a level 3 retention system, which means it's a 3-step process to draw. This one, the gun slides in. There's a hood that goes over the back of the gun. So, this would be more for security officers, police, or somebody who carries their gun professionally as a duty weapon. You have to reach down and hit the release with your thumb to let the hood up. Press the button right here to release the pistol, and it's ready to go. This is more for keeping your pistol secure, making sure nobody comes behind you and gets it. That way, with the double retention and the draw, it keeps the pistol very safe and very close to you. Lastly, I want to talk about a couple of my favorites. Right now, my personal carry, this is a Alien Gear holster. Right now I'm carrying a SIG 365 9mm. This is really interesting because it has the soft leather on the back against you. It has the Kydex on the outside. It has the 2 clips. This all rides down inside the pants, with just the clips being on the outside. The gun rides up a little higher, which means it's easier to get to. And my gun I carry with a light laser combo, so I was able to get this molded for my custom accessory. So this was a big deal for me. I think this is very comfortable. The platform's big. I'm not a huge fan of the size, but once you get it on, it is very comfortable, and you can wear this all day. So, if you're looking for a higher end option, these can be a little expensive, but absolutely give them a look. There's, again, a lot of different manufacturers of these. A lot of different companies make different variations, so by all means take a look. And lastly, this was the one I just retired. This is a Bianchi inside the waistband holster. I carried this for 6 years every day. So this is one of the reasons I tend to go with a nicer holster. I carry all day, I carry every day. So it smells a little funny, but it has held my shield on my side for many, many years, and it is still usable. So you don't have to spend a lot of money to get a high quality holster. It just depends on what your needs are, where you want to put it. There's still a lot of other options. You have appendix carry, you have small to back carry, you have cross draw. I've seen people carry ankle. You have shoulder holsters. I've even seen North American Arms worn as necklaces. So the main thing is you have to find what works for you what you think is comfortable, consider what handgun would fit well in the position that you want to carry, and find something comfortable so you can actually carry it, because the most important gun you own is the one that you have on your person. So by all means be, smart and think about it. And if you find a holster you don't like, I've bought holsters, most of these are all mine. Some of them I didn't like, and I wore them once or twice and never wore them again. So you have to find what works for you, and that's going to be difficult to say. So talk to whoever you go to at the gun stores. Ask the guys that work there. Ask people what they carry, what they like, why, and make a decision accordingly. So there you go. That's a small rundown of holsters. I hope that helps and gives you a little information there.